Hi YouTube, Engineer Boy 100 here. Today I'm going to do a real quick overview of a huge job, well huge for me, of replacing the transmission in a 2001 Volkswagen Beetle. So I have the transmission here that I'm going to replace the old one with. And I just wanted to go over real quick what's involved. The first thing you want to do is take out the battery and the metal battery tray underneath the battery, which is kind of a little bit of a job in of itself. And then you want to go to town taking out the 5 electrical connections on the transmission. Here's 1, 2, 3. There's one on the back here, 4, and there's one on the bottom, 5. Now the way I have the transmission oriented here is the way it would go in the car. So here's the car here, and the transmission would go straight across this way into the car, just the way it's orientated here. So I want to give you a little walk around so you can see it out of the vehicle and where all of the electrical connectors are oriented. And this front one here that you couldn't really see from the other side. This is the transmission. On the top, really on the left-hand side, it sits, I'm pointing right, but this is the left-hand side in the car. This is the mounts. Not motor mounts, but transmission mount. Okay, so I want you to reference that when we go over and look at the car. This is the heat exchanger for cooling the transmission fluid. You get your radiator coolant in here, and then there's 2 holes underneath where the transmission fluid interacts with that to keep it cool. And when you do this job, don't forget to change your seal in there. So coming over, let's get our bearings. This is the heat exchanger. Okay, we come straight across to the car. Here is the heat exchanger right here. So everything else is going to be in the same orientation to that. And it looks like a mess in here, I know, but you just kind of have to work around and figure out where everything is. But basically, in addition to those connectors, there's the little cable here that you have to take loose a bolt right here and then just slide it off. And then there's a clip down here. I'll show you how the clip over here that you just slide off of that cable. These clips, you just slide those off, and that will release the cable that you use to control what gear you're in from inside the car. So other than that, this is just a good look at the transmission out of the car so you know what you're dealing with when you go to take it out and reinstall it. And then of course you have all of your mount and your flange bolts around. Now your starter has 2 long bolts that go all the way through here and mount into the engine block. So you have to remove the starter and take those 2 long bolts out. And other than that, I don't think there's any other little tricks or anything else that you have to overlook. Now you will need a special tool to take off the half shafts, and it is called a triple square. And on this year make and model, it's actually 12 millimeter. On many vehicles it's 10 millimeter, but on this one it's a triple square 12 millimeter tool that you need, and I'll show you what that looks like too. I have it in here. See all these little guys? These are all triple squares. And this is actually, I believe this is one of my 12s. Let's see here. Come on, where are you? This is, no, this is a 10. This is 12 here. So this is one of my 12s. This is another one of my 12s. You will need this. Now what is meant by triple square? Okay, think about a square and how many points it has on it. 4, right? If you take 3 squares, put them on top of each other, and then turn them a little bit, you will have 12 points. That is what a triple square is. So it's not a Torx, it is not an Allen, it is not a Phillips. A triple square means just that. The number of points are on this tool that would be on 3 squares stacked up on top of each other and rotated a little bit. That's where it gets the name from, triple square. So it has 12 points. 3 times 4 is 12. All right, anyway, I've belabored this issue enough. Here's the transmission of a 2001 Volkswagen Beetle, and I hope this helps somebody who wants to or needs to swap out the transmission. Thanks for watching.